Alright there folks, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel, good to see you. Hope you've all had a good day. Did we manage to get any winners? Let me know in the comments. We'll just go through the results dead quick actually. So Luca Van Ash looking bullied Shang, didn't he? I had a feeling he'd take a set. I didn't think he'd beat him like that. Good shit from him. All the dogs played well today. Every single one of them played really, really good. Mickelson beat Basser Eddie. I expected that. I noticed someone had the +4.5. I'm pretty sure that would have come in. Maybe only just, don't quote me on that, you'll have to check. What else did we have? We had Jakob Mensah and Lena Tien. Lena tiebreak. Fucking unbelievable, that. Great shit from him. You can't take it away from the kid. He's really good, isn't he? He's really good. As I mentioned in yesterday's video, I was completely unaware of this kid's game until this year. Close game though. Very close. It could have went either way. Mensah probably, I know it's only this, it's not even the start of the season, and let's just be honest, he shot the bed there, didn't he? He was 4-1 up in that tie break in the final set, ended up getting beat. I can't do nothing about that. More so though, Artifice got smoked again by Joao Fonseca. Fucking can't write it, can you? You just can't write it. Like I've just said, all these dogs turned up. They've all got something to prove. Even that, look, that double didn't come in. As you probably already know, that double was just fucking, it's in the bin. I feel like even though that bet didn't come in, personally, just going off what I've seen today, I feel like I'm in a better spot riding into today. Well, riding into tomorrow, today. You know what I mean. So before we get into them, like the video if you would, subscribe if you're not. If you want to support the channel, links in the description along with the pics as well. Notice we had a couple of new subscribers for yesterday's video. I appreciate you. It's a pleasure to honour you into the squad. Where do we start here? I'll tell you what, we'll start with Artifice and Jakob Mensah, why not? Both of these were well off it today. 1.5, so I call it 1.6 on the decimal for Artifice. I wouldn't feel confident taking either of these. I really wouldn't. I mean, I'm not going to say the word impressed, but I can accept the performance from Mensah. I can accept him just shitting himself in that final set. You know, he didn't play bad at all. He played really good. As a matter of fact, Lane at the end just played a bit better. Artifice just couldn't deal with the power. You know, Joao Fonseca, he's not exactly the most, you know, he's not exactly the biggest or most powerful kid on the tour, but he managed to get behind that forehand really well today. You know, if it was as easy as that, I'd just say I can't see Artifice being able to keep up with that pressure in Mensah, especially that first serve. It's really good. We know it is. Mensah's serve is shit up when it works. It's the rest of his game though that worries me. It's, you know, he reminds me, I know I've said it before, but he reminds me of Hubert Hurkacz, you know. Let me know if you agree there. He's not a carbon copy of Hubie because he's only young, but the more I watch him, and especially like the more I've seen of him this season, I'm looking at him going, mate, another 4 or 5 years, you're just going to be Hubert Hurkacz just with this absolute bullet save, and then he lets everything else go to shit. I'm not saying it's at that point yet, but you know, let's just wait and see. There's plenty of time. But with that being said, the first save, it still stands. It's immaculate. Artifice didn't exactly do well against Fonseca today, so I feel like it'd be safe to assume he's probably going to struggle with Mensah on that front. Pretty much every other area of his game, though, I feel like Artifice is probably better than Mensah, especially on the return. It's a must-win. it's a must-win for the pair of these now. And if I had to, if I had to take a side, I'm probably just gonna have a sprinkle on this. It's not an official, but I feel like I'd have to just go with Mensah. I feel like I'd take Mensah as a dog, 2.5. I don't mind that. If anyone's got anything for this one, please do let me know. I mean, like statistically looking at the numbers, Artifice didn't play bad at all. Like Artifice didn't really play that bad. Well, getting the majority of the business done on the first save. He did face 11 break points though. He got beat, but they were like 4-1s as well. The sets he did get like fucked up. It was quite bad. I think Mensah does him. I really do. I'm going to stick it down there as just a single. All these are going to be singles today. No parlays for me. I'm just going to have a little sprinkle on 2 or 3. I think Mensah's going to be one of them. Mensah on the money line. I don't see why not. Let me know what you think. And then next one for me will be Alex Michelsen, Luca Van Asch. Michelsen, massive favourite here. Massive favourite in this one, 1.2. 1.2. Now, on 365, on the exchange, it's got the spread as 4.5, but it's not actually giving me any odds. So that makes me think it may actually end up being 3.5. But I'll tell you this right now. Don't even have to talk about this one. If I can get Luca Van Asch plus 4.5, that's the other one I'm going to be sprinkling on. I will not be able to help myself. I was quite impressed with what I've seen today with Luca. I didn't think he was going to beat Shank. I didn't. But like I said, I can't stress enough how good all these underdogs were today. Like Van Asch being one of them. Like I did say in yesterday's video, I had a feeling that he could spring an upset there. I didn't think it was going to go the way that it did. He was like 4-3. Yeah, he done him like 4-1 in a set. He brought it to him. 75% of the first serve going over the net. I noticed that 68% the points won on the first serve, and then call it 60% on the second serve. Fucking really solid. Really solid. Michelsen, I thought he done well as well. I did. He dropped that first set. 83% of the points on the first serve, that's a lot. But then coming to the second serve points, you're talking under 40%, 37.5. That's a massive dip. That's a massive dip. Very reliable on the serve. I'm not saying he is, but in that case today, it seemed to be so. Van Asch plus the 4.5. That should be sound. Look, they're only short sets, aren't they? They're only short sets. You barely get a chance at a break. Just when you start thinking it's going to go either way, it's a tie break and then the set's over. So if the exchange isn't lying and it is at 4.5, I will most definitely be taking Luca Van Asch plus the points. And that's not an Alex Michelsen fade whatsoever. I just think Luca Van Asch will be able to keep it that close. 100%. 100%. All them spreads come in today. We were getting them in the finals at the end of the season, like 4.5s and 5.5s, and I feel like I missed out on a few good opportunities today to take them big ones. So Luca Van Asch plus the 4.5, I will have that in the next gen format anyway. That's a lot of games in it, a lot of points to play with. We'll see what it ends up as in the morning. And then who else have we got? Look, Basafaretti and Shang, I'm not touching this one. I feel like Shang is definitely due for a bounce back. He really underperformed today. Massively underperformed. Basafaretti as well. I can't. Surely he's not going to get beat every game. He's bound to win one. This one could very well be. He could definitely beat Shang. Like I said, I've got nothing for that. So I do apologise if that was the one you were waiting for. But yeah, if you've got anything, stick it in the comments. Get involved. And then, look, this last one, finishing it off, João Fonseca, Lerner tiebreak. We're getting tiebreak at a fucking dog price here as well, you know. It's moving as well. That's, yeah. If you're going to go on this, I'd probably go now. I can see that getting a little bit shorter overnight. We've just spoke about João Fonseca against Artifice. He was really good. Really good. Solid game. 73% of the points on the first serve, 64% on the second serve. Saved 3 out of the 5 break points as well. One thing I did notice today, I probably should have mentioned this at the start as well. They said at the start of the tournament, you know, these are quicker games and whatnot with the format. They're not really, are they? These games have been going like just under 2 hours. Some of them, like, well, call them 2 hours. That's not that much shorter than a regular match, is it? Pretty much more or less the same. This could be another one. This could be another long one. I say Lerner TN, like, if you're looking at the numbers, you probably go, how did he end up beating Mensah there? I said it was Everton but over. He was down 4-1, ended up coming back, and then I don't know if you were watching, and he finished it off with a little raindrop as well at the end. That was nice. It was a nice touch. 67% of the save, well, of the first save going over the net, and then identically 67% of the points won on the first save, and then call it 60% on the second. 6 out of 9 on the break points. He was good, you know. It was a really good game. I'd say he seemed to fade a little bit in the latter stage of the match, but I feel like Mensah just upped his game a little bit, just a little bit. It weren't enough in the end. Am I gonna do it? I don't know, you know. I don't know. And I know there's gonna be some of you sitting there, especially the American lads, going, "Yeah, I'm taking Lerner TN all day." And you know what? I just might junior, you know. I just might junior. I see this one being very close. I really do. But for the sake of the price, well, not even that's stupid. It's not just for the sake of the price, but I was probably going to take Lerner TN anyway. Before I even looked at the odds, I was like, yeah, he probably beats João Fonseca, but it's clearly because Fonseca's just beasted Artifice, but Artifice just served us up some prime, fresh French Scatatouille once again, didn't he? No surprise there. I'd be more than willing to roll the dice. Seems we're not officially at the start of the season. It's just a bit of a sorbet for the palate. Why the fuck not? Are we doing it? Let me know in the comments. If we're going for Lerner TN, then I will definitely go for it. If you go for it, I will, 100%. Let me know if you are. I'm going to stick that in brackets. I'll put that in brackets in the comments just so you know what I mean. But I'm like 70% of the way there. 70% of the way there. There's not much to talk about in these breakdowns other than the match that we've just seen. Let's be real. Also, I'm not dreading the start of the season, but it's also going to be that way for the start of the season because there's zero form to go off. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Also, as well, before we finish up, I didn't realise that they've done away with the lets on the serve. Seen Van Ash it once a day, and I was like, let's, and it just dropped over the net and went in, and he was like, oh, 15 love. Did we know that they were doing that? Like, I haven't got a problem with it, I suppose, but I was quite surprised when I seen it. But from what I have gathered since, I believe that they've done that in college tennis for a while. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not too sure. Yeah, so no lets on the serve. I imagine there's going to be a good few people getting caught out on that at the start of the season, isn't there? I can see it already. Come Australia, there's people aren't going to return that properly because they're just thinking, oh, it's let, but it's not. Should make things interesting at least for a while. But anyway, let's wrap this shit up. Sprinkles. Got 3, haven't we? Well, I've got 2 definite sprinkles, and then I imagine I imagine you're all going to go for Lane Etienne, so I'll probably go for that too, unless you can convince me otherwise. But I'm going to go with Jakob Mensah on the money line, just a little bit. I'm going to take Luca Van Asch plus the points. If I can get it at 4.5, definitely. And then, as we've just mentioned, I'll probably have a look at Lane Etienne to get it done against Joao Fonseca. Happy with that? Sound. Great. Alright then, I'll be saying good night to you folks. Appreciate you stopping by as always. Thanks for the time. Take it easy, innit? Take care of yourself. Take care of one another. Like and subscribe, all that shit. Enjoy the tennis. Best of luck to you, and I'll see you tomorrow.